Hello, welcome back to another video. My word, just got a trim and I am feeling fresh. Lovely to get down to the barbers and get myself a nice new haircut. Ready for this video, of course. Today, we're going to be diving into some Champions League fantasy football. And I mean, it's been a bit of a struggle over the past few weeks. Plenty of fires to put out. I mean, after that international break, came back with like 7 or so injuries. So firstly, we're going to be taking a look at how the sort of game week 5 team fared. And then we're going to be moving into the team selection for game week 6. If you're new around here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Really trying to push for that 200 subscriber mark. If you like the video, leave a like, of course. And without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So taking a look at game week 5 and what was a little bit of a mare of a week, I cannot lie. So I started the week off captaining Sterling. Obviously I didn't actually really, in my previous video I didn't realise that Lewandowski wasn't playing, so I took a -4, brought in Ronaldo. That's worked finely, to be honest. He managed to grab a goal, so I got 6 points. Then I brought in Thomas Meunier as well. Obviously, as many of the comments told me, he wasn't going to be travelling, so that was brilliant as well. And I didn't realise that Haaland also was not going to play. Now, on the first day, or how do you call it, in between the 2 days of fixtures, I wasn't able to get into the UCL Fantasy app. So as you can see, I wasn't able to change my captain, and I wasn't able to substitute Mendy in for Sporty Yellow, which would have given him 5 points. But also, had I been able to get in, I probably would have ended up captaining Haaland. So it hasn't actually worked out too badly in that sense that I ended up keeping the points for Sterling. But I mean, I saw the score for the Chelsea game, right? 4-0. I'm thinking, absolutely beautiful. You know, I've got 3 Chelsea defenders, 4-0. That's going to send me flying up those leaderboards. Then I managed to get into my UCL fantasy team on that day. I take a look and I see that neither Chilwell or Zuma have started, and I wasn't obviously able to bring in Mendy, so lost a lot of clean sheet points there. But yeah, there's a lot still to sort out in that team. Luckily, De Ketelaere, that's how you say it, managed to save the team a little bit. It's a bit of saving grace. He came on as an automatic sub with the 11 points. Otherwise, this game, it could have been a lot worse. So we ended the game with 46 points. I think a bit below average, but still not the worst result in the world. So looking forward to the game week 6 team. How do we line up there? So I've gone with Cristiano Ronaldo and Morata up front. The 2 Juventus guys playing against Barcelona, hoping they can do something or other. Morata's been absolutely smashing it of late, grabbing a couple of goals in quite a few games. If he doesn't score 2, he scores 1, maybe even grab an assist. And I think those 2 up front could really cause Barcelona some problems. I think hopefully that'll be one of the exciting games of the week. I'm not actually too sure where they both stand in the table, how much of a kind of must-win game this is, but hopefully it'll be an interesting watch, and I might actually try and catch this one. Then we move into the midfield, and I thought I would bring in a player this week who I know for a fact was going to start. So I decided to go for one of the Premier League boys, and I know that Manchester United have a kind of not a must-win, but must at least draw game against Leipzig in order to get through to the next round of the Champions League. So Bruno Fernandes will definitely be playing. He's also playing in the first round of fixtures, so I've lobbed the captaincy band on him there. And you know, Bruno Fernandes literally does everything for Manchester United. So if he's starting, he's likely to get some returns. So I'm quite happy with him. Whether we'll see Raheem Sterling start, I do not know, because Manchester City have just sort of breezed through the Champions League this year, and Pep may feel like he doesn't need to start him, or he may give him a start. But I think he most likely won't start because he'll want him rested for the coming weeks. Then we obviously have Barrios and De Ketelaere sort of making the numbers up. I've got a couple of players on the bench that I could bring on, which we'll come to later. But these guys, I mean, Ketelaere, obviously that 11 points last week was absolutely wonderful to see. And Barrios brings you sort of 4 or 5 points from the balls recovered. You're not expecting too much more than that, but he's a ticket. He gets you points week in, week out, just to kind of up the total. Then we move on to the defence, and the majority of these, or at least a few of these, I do not actually know whether they're going to play. More specifically, the Chelsea boys, I think Diego Carlos and Romero, who I've bought in this week from Atalanta. I think they'll both start. Romero is actually the highest scoring defender right now, getting an average of sort of 15 balls recovered every game. He's also picked up a couple of attacking returns and just looks like a really good option, if I'm being honest with you. Atalanta play Ajax. It's not the best fixture, but also not the worst. One that they can definitely keep a clean sheet in. And Diego Carlos has Rennes, which you kind of would you'd be expecting them to pick up a clean sheet, as they still need to get a couple of points in the board to actually confirm that they are going through to the next round of the Champions League. Then obviously we have the 2 Chelsea boys. I can actually see Frank Lampard not playing these guys, as I think the league fixtures are more important. Chelsea are all but through the Champions League this year, so he doesn't really need to risk playing these 2 guys when he's got some tough Premier League fixtures coming up. But they'll be in there just in case they do play, because they're playing against Krasnodar, who realistically they should get a clean sheet against. And obviously Edouard Mendy in goal there as well. Hopefully he'll be picking up some points as well. I'm more just kind of keeping these guys in my team because Chelsea are obviously through, so I wouldn't have to transfer them all. And once they get through to the next round, obviously these guys will start playing, so I'm happy to keep them in there for now. Then it comes to the bench, and obviously we have the big man Erling Haaland just chilling there on the bench. Now I'm debating taking him out. Obviously it would include another -4. I've actually taken a -4 so far already. I brought in Sanusi for Porto, probably absolutely butchered that one, but hey ho. He looks pretty good. Also the second highest scoring defender, so you can kind of see that pattern with what I've done with the defenders or the defensive transfers this round of gaming fixtures. I just thought I'd go with the ones that have been scoring well. So I've taken a -4 for him, so I'd have to go to a -8 if I want to take out Haaland. But also if Haaland doesn't play, it means that, you know, the player who comes in, if he scores, if he does anything, he gets more points than Haaland would have. And for 11 mil, you can get quite a few decent attackers. Obviously, if you had that 1 mil more, you could get the likes of Messi, which would be very nice. But I'll definitely have a little ponder over the next day or so over who I can bring in for Haaland, and if I think they're not only going to sort of bag points in the next game, but bag points going on into the future. And then we obviously have Tete there as well, who can come in playing at Inter if any of the players that are in my main team get sort of below 2 points, which is I kind of expect with the likes of Sterling, Chilwell and Zuma in there. I think most of those guys will be rotated, so I think I'll see Tete coming into the side. Thank you for watching this quick little team selection video. Obviously, let me know down in the comments if I've made any absolute blunders, as per usual. I get plenty of comments saying this player isn't playing, this player isn't playing. It helps me out, you know, just to know which players are and aren't playing, so I can make some late transfers. So if you have enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll catch you in the next one.